Alrighty, Ben. Then I'm in Lucas, Kansas, and yeah, it's not been enjoyable. It's not been too fun. It's not been too good, and I don't know. It's just I don't know. Rain, wind, no help in towns. I don't know. Bad. No sleep because of the rash on my face. Can't sleep. Headwinds, rain. I don't know what. Yeah, just all kinds of bad, if you want to call it that. Which it is. It's all bad. You know, the townspeople a lot of times aren't. They're. I don't know. They got this mental illness going on that says, "Oh no, we don't like outsiders." You know, they're scared to death of outsiders. Well, to me, that's paranoia. You know, they don't know who I am. They don't know nothing about me, so they don't have no reason to fear me or anybody from outside unless they have a reason to. So if you don't have a reason, then it's called paranoia, which is an extreme mental illness that I see in these little small towns. They're just terrified of strangers. I don't know. It's really weird. But anyway, here I am, and I'm just trying to find a road north. I've found quite a few, 3 or 4 roads north, but none that's getting me anywhere north. I keep I keep going east because the road that I thought I was going to take north turns out to be a bad road. Heavy traffic, a lot of hills. What else? I don't know. No shoulder. You know, I don't know. Either I'm here, like I said, in Lincoln, Kansas, and the more I go east, the more it seems like I have to keep going east. You know, and I'm kind of wanting just to head north. I'm tired of this. This is the second day or third day I've wanted to head north, and I'm not really heading too far north. I did head north from Russell to Luray, whatever, Luray, and that was a little bit. And I wanted to get on the 281 and keep on heading north. No shoulder, up and down, heavy traffic, you know, all this kind of stuff. So I don't know. I'm just, I don't know. I'm tired of heading east. I want to head north. And so I'm thinking seriously. I'm probably not going to do it, but I'm thinking seriously about just taking this road out of Lincoln and heading north. Yeah, it's supposed to have no shoulder. You know, it's supposed to, what do you call it? Have a bunch of hills, you know, really big hills and everything. So, but man, I'm really just wanting to go north and get out of Kansas. You know, I ain't very far away from Kansas. But man, I don't want to go up these hills and everything. But I'm really tired of heading east. I made it to about 4 miles from. Of course, I stopped off at that Wilson Wildlife Refuge or Reserve or whatever the heck it is, that Wilson Wildlife place. I stayed there for a couple of hours just during the heat of the day. And then I rode way late into the night. Probably rode about 38 miles, 39 miles, something like that. I got about 4 miles outside of Lucas and just found a place on the road and bedded down. And then this morning I woke up and made it into Sylvan, whatever that is, Sylvan Center, Sylvan something. And I asked this guy, deacon of the church or whatever, if I could stay in their church, you know, for the night. You know, use the sink and get cleaned up and everything and all kinds of stuff. And he's just like, I don't know about all that. He says, it would probably be okay if we didn't have stuff going on, but He says a group's going to go up there and clean the church, and then after that they're going to have choir practice, and just going to be people in the way, you know. He says, I tell you what, he says, if you're heading east, I'll take you to Lincoln, and I know a preacher lady there, and her name is, what's her name? I can't even think of her name right now, but yeah, she's the preacher of the Methodist Church, and so when I got here, we couldn't find her at the church, and so I went to City Hall, and City Hall had records of her because of she pays her utility bills. Everybody pays their utility bills at City Hall. So they had her name and number, and they gave me her number, and I called her, and she said, yeah, that new ownership of the motel won't let them do what they normally did, and she told me to check out some kind of, I don't know, human services place. I don't know what that is. I went there, and I don't know, it wasn't a community pantry, and it wasn't a place for shelter. I don't know. They had me fill out this application, so I filled out an application, and they say, oh yeah, we can help you. It's like, well, why didn't you tell me that before, you know? Well, whatever. They told me to go to the sheriff's department, so I went to the sheriff's department. Meanwhile, this guy named Clarence Truan that I met in Sylvan that gave me a ride to Lincoln, he took my my information of my ID, and apparently he called it in, and I guess the sheriff told him to bring me here, because they have a motel here, and they could probably find help for me. But you know, so I guess that's what. When I went to the sheriff's department, the dispatcher's like, "Yeah, I've been working on trying to get you a place all day, ever since I heard of you." And I'm like, "Wow!" Before I even got into town, yeah. When you gave Clarence Truan your ID information, you know, I got it right after that, and checked you out and tried to find you someplace, and I just can't find you any place. And so he ended up calling that lady too after I'd done called her, and she says, yeah, I can't do it. That I had a deal going on with the with the motel, and the motel switched hands, and I can't get a deal anymore. They only accept credit cards. They don't accept cash, and you know, payments later and all this kind of stuff. So I don't know what the deal is, but couldn't get a motel room. They wouldn't let me stay in their church. She won't answer her phone, so that's okay, but no big deal. It's okay. It's all okay. It's no big deal. You know, I'm set up. I'm ready, really ready to. It ain't no big deal. Would have been nice to have a motel room, you know, take a shower, wash my clothes in the sink, but, you know, I just got to get out of this area. It's a area that ain't good. It's you know, I don't know what to say. It's an area that ain't got nothing, and I don't know what to say. You know, sometimes you run into good people that want to help you and can't, and then sometimes you run into people that don't want to help you and don't, you know, and I don't know. I don't know what to say. You know, it is what it is, and it don't matter, you know, it just don't matter. I just got to get out of this area, and that's what God keeps telling me, man. You're in the middle of nowhere, you know, you got to get out of here. So that's what I'm thinking about doing. I'm thinking about going north because, man, if I can get north and get out of these mountains and hills and everything, then I'll be doing okay. But maybe I got to go east some more in order to see. If I go east, I hit this road called the I-35. Well, the I-35 supposedly turns into the 81. However, nobody knows it. I mean, some people say, yeah, the I-35 turns into the US 81. Well, I can't ride the I-35 because everybody says it's a state law that you got to ride 40 miles an hour or else you can't get on an interstate. So, I can't get on the interstate. But if it does change to US 81, then that road would take me on into Kansas, and that would be good. That would be very good. But does it change? You know, do I need to ride 40 miles west, 30 miles to the I-35, and then travel the old U.S. Highway 81 north to Michigan to find out whether I can actually ride it, you know. Or maybe I could find out when the 25, 30 miles from Lincoln to the I-35, maybe there it says US 81. On my map it says US 81. If it's a US 81, I could ride it. If it's the I-35, I can't. So I don't know whether to keep on going east and try and hit that I-35, because they say that's a really good flat road, really nice road. But I talked to the sheriff, and the sheriff's like, no, that's the I-35. You know, I don't know. Some people say it's the I-35 all the way north. Some say it's just the I-35 for a little ways, and then it turns into the US 81. I don't know. I don't know what to think. I'm thinking real seriously, you know, it's nothing but hills. I know it's nothing but hills, but I'm thinking real seriously about just heading north out of Lincoln, you know. No one knows how far the hills go. I've asked, and nobody's for sure. Nobody's ever been far enough to find out. It's like maybe a 30-mile radius, 20-mile radius, as far as people have been. There's some that have probably been 40, maybe 50 mile out away from their town, but that's pretty much it. No one knows what's going on north, you know. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I know I need to get out of here. I can stay here. Here's the park. I can stay here for free. Got electricity somewhere around here. I have no idea, but somewhere around here is restrooms, and the water's way over there. They have hookups for RVs. It's a free camping area. What's the name of this town again? Lincoln, Kansas. Free parking, free camping, and everything. And I could just bed down right here, you know. Watch the squirrels over there play around. I don't know if you can see them on this thing, but yeah, they're over there. I don't know. But I just got through putting on a tire. My brother sent me some money to buy tires and tubes and all kinds of stuff. And some of the things I got out. There's my tire. That was not what I was wanting, but that's all they had. Big old heavy tire. The one that I got on, the one that I took off is a lot smaller. It's a 1.75. Real small tire. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, it's just a real small. Yeah, you can't really. I don't know if you can tell it or not, but this tire is smaller, narrower, and smaller. It's got the same diameter in the middle. It's just a narrower, smaller tire. And this other thing, that's like for a BMX bike, you know, big, tough, rugged. It's a 2.125, and this one that I took off is a 1.75. So it's a little bit bigger, rugged, more durable, but man, look at that color, white. I was saving it, hoping I'd come across the Walmart and exchange it for a black one. But my tire is getting a little bit wore down. Been having to air it up, and if I'm going to go over hills, I need to lighten my weight. So I thought I'd just stick that on there. I don't know what to think about that. Kind of looks weird, crazy weird. I don't like it, but whatever. It'll just take some getting used to, I reckon. My stuff got all wet, so I'm letting my tarp dry and my tent dry. And yeah, we're just getting everything ready to go. I don't know what to say. I sure don't know what to do. I don't know. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? You know, I go north from here, and it's got no shoulder. It's probably not heavily traveled, and I've got 30 miles maybe. or 40 miles, 50 miles of hills. You know, wouldn't that be better than traveling 30 or 40 miles east and then go north? Maybe even further than that. You know, if I can't get up that I-35 or the US 81, whatever it is, if I can't ride down that road, I pretty much gotta keep on going. You know, I might as well just, you know, take off towards Grand Junction or whatever that junction town is and go there and then head up from there or something. Maybe some road before there, head north. You know, there's one other road that I seen. It had an Indian name, like Navajo or something. I don't know. But yeah, there's another road that I could probably head north on. It looked pretty good. I don't know. Haven't heard anybody talk about it, and I just discovered it. So I don't know. I'm just, I'd really like to get out of Kansas. I'm tired of heading east and never going north, you know. I have been heading north, but all day yesterday, after I got to Luray, I headed east, and I don't know. It just seems like I'm always heading east, and when I head east, I've got a south wind blowing, which the wind ain't blowing too much, hardly any, if at all. But tomorrow I'm going to have, I think, south to southwest wind. So it's kind of like, you know, if I travel the 30 or 40 miles, whatever it is, to Michigan and hit that US 81, bed down somewhere up there, and then I'll be able to, in the morning, catch that tailwind and just fly on into Nebraska. Sound like a good idea. That, or I could just get as far as I can go, heading out Lincoln, going north out of on this road, and bed down somewhere, get as far as I can, bed down somewhere, and then head north with a tailwind on that road heading out of Lincoln. I really don't know what to do. I've heard so many stories that these roads out of Lincoln and Sylvan are just really hilly, not mountainous, but really hilly, straight up, steep hills. And I sure as heck ain't on that. I don't know. Last night I rode and it was so easy. It was nice and cool and nobody was on the road, you know. Had a good shoulder. What is it, the KS-18 or KS-8? I think it's KS-18. Kansas 18 highway or whatever. It's a really nice road. Really, really nice road. So I might try that again. I don't know. Sounds pretty good. Not a lot of bridges on it. That's the bad part. Be nice if there was some bridges or some place to get off the road. There was an old railroad tracks, and they tore out the railroad tracks, but the road, the part that the railroad tracks set on, is still there, and it kind of looks like a levee. And in certain places, you can get on the other side of that, and nobody can see you. Because it's built up, you know, it's like a levee. It's built up, and you just cross over it, and nobody can see you, and you're all by yourself, and you're not very far away from the road either. It's pretty nice if you can find those places. That's where I slept last night. I found one of those places, and just went down into the ditch, and then went over where the railroad tracks used to be, and then down on the other side. It was really thick grass up to your knees, you know. Woke up and the dew had hit and everything was wet, and yeah. But I didn't want to mess with it, letting it dry. I just wanted to get out of there, you know, take off. And so that's what I did. That's why my stuff is a little bit wet. Should be dry by now. And it's getting dark. Getting evening time. It's probably getting close to, wonder what time it is.
7:28 p.m.
7:28 p.m. So yeah, thinking about just heading out. I mean, supposed to be strong winds tomorrow, and right now there's not strong winds, so it only makes sense to ride when there ain't strong winds. I mean, if I'm heading east, I don't really want to wind holding me down, blowing from the south. If I'm going north, it's okay. But I'm not for sure. See, the wind, one time I heard the wind's supposed to be 10 to 15 with gusts up to 25 coming out of the northwest. Well, that wouldn't be good if I was heading north, you know. I don't know. You'd really need a highway so them 18-wheelers could break that wind for you and help you on down the road. But if it's coming out of the south or southwest, like it's normally been doing, then you're doing okay. I don't know. There's lots to think about, and I think I'm just going to head east. Hope like crazy I can find a road on down that'll get me north or something. I don't know. So, yeah, there's my ugly white tire. That is going to look so freaking weird. People's going to look at that like, I mean, they already look at it like, what in the heck is that? You know? But yeah, they're really going to look at it now with a white tire. That does not look right. Might be able to find me something else and trade this one for it or something. But it's a good, durable, tough tire, man. It ought to last 10 or 15 years. See, that one's got at least 10 years on it. And it was a good tire, but when you let them set, then they go really bald. You know, the thread was as tall as that when I left, and just in 1,000 miles, it's already got it way down to nothing, you know. And that's still a good tire. It's just, it's dwindling away really, really, really fast, you know. Had thick threads, and within 1,000 miles, it's down to nothing like that? No. That means it ain't got too much more. Maybe another 1,000 and it's gone, you know. And you should get, you know, out of a tire like that, you should get 3,000 to 5,000 miles out of it. Well, 3 probably. 2 or 3. But what really messes with them is the cold weather. That really deteriorates them. The heat and the cold and the heat and the cold. But if you use them, you're using them every day, they last a lot longer. It's when they sit around and get hard and crackly and everything, when they don't last very long. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to finish my coffee and head on out of here. And might even flip a penny to see which way to go. I don't know. God wants me to keep on heading north, and I'm like, no way! Everybody says don't go north. Not on those roads, and I don't know. I don't have that much faith to get on a road with 18-wheelers, you know, cruising down the highway pretty fast and no shoulder, and they can't see you, and yeah, and then it's nothing but steep hills all the way. It's like, no, you know, I'm not interested. I'll go through towns of pure hell where I can go east until I find a road heading north. But, you know, maybe this is what God wants. I don't know. Anyway, I'll talk to you later.